You're watching Good Boy Feast. You're watching Good Boy Feast. Fighting just to save our lives. Got you laughing every night.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back.
Excited to be here.
I'm always excited to be here. I was gonna see, and I didn't want to. I'm so curious what your thought is gonna be on this, because you might be like, no, they definitely not. Like, go a different direction. I want to get controversial today.
Oh God. Okay.
I want to know what is your thought on, and I don't necessarily mean your personal opinion. You can do your personal opinion as well, but the whole deal going on right now with the national anthem protests.
Oh Lord, have mercy. I think that it's for one thing, it's silly that the president has spent so much time and effort addressing it.
Well, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to bring it up, because it's gone beyond, the protest. It's not even about that anymore. I don't think. Like, I'm so
at this
confused.
point, I think they're doing it just to piss off Trump.
I would agree. And that's the thing is, I personally feel that the protesting of the national anthem, I get what they're protesting for and why it started. They're protesting for, like, the racial injustices and all that. I'll start by Colin Kaepernick last season, using the fact that he was a very popular, high money earning quarterback that had a platform. I don't think it's the right platform for what he was trying to do, but it was the platform he was using because it's the platform that he had.
See, I don't see. So you have the backstory. I don't have the backstory.
Oh, you don't have any of the
I mean, I
backstory?
knew that last year there was a man whose name I didn't even know.
Yeah, it was Colin Kaepernick.
Okay. When you said his name the first time, it sounded like he was like a city or something.
No, it's the old quarterback for the 49ers, who is
Right.
now does not have a job this season.
Really? Is it a result of
Yes.
this stuff?
No. Last year, it's kind of funny because last year there was a lot of people were. Obviously there were still both camps last year on people for and against the national anthem protests and for the reasoning it was. And some were saying that it was hurting him as a quarterback because of the way people looked at him. And he coincidentally is the one who doesn't have a job this year yet. Now it's even bigger for the protests this year than it was last year. So, so no, it wasn't for that, but at the same time it might be partially to do with it because it's I don't know.
Right. Okay.
But and like I said, I personally feel that it's the wrong venue. They're kind of going about something the wrong way, is just because they have this platform. But that's like a personal
one of the things
opinion
that's
thing.
funny to me is that used to the team stayed in the locker room until the national anthem was over, and then they came out.
Oh, did it be?
Yeah.
Did it be? Did it be?
It'd be that way, okay? It did be. Back in the day, that's how it always was. So it's kind of interesting if you just kind of went back in time, this wouldn't even be a place where there was an opportunity. I think that here's my personal opinion on. I'm not up on current events in regards to sport ball, so I don't know.
Sport ball.
So like a lot of this stuff is just kind of out of my general thing. But once it became more of a political, like mainstream thing, I've heard more about it and stuff. So right.
So I would never have thought to bring this up to you until it became a political thing, because I knew that you're not into sports enough to even like care.
Right. Like I'd heard about it last year, but it didn't. Oh no, this poor chicken. Oh Jesus Christ.
Oh, that poor guy.
He spawned in the corner of those blocks and just died. But yeah, no, I didn't. But even last year, whenever I heard about it, I think that's. I mean, you have the right. I've always thought it was weird that we force kids to pledge allegiance to the flag. Like it always seemed like this thing that I don't know.
It's like Donald Trump making people pledge their allegiance to him,
right?
Director Comey. The beginning of the presidency.
But I mean, the whole freedom of speech. Anytime anyone says soldiers fought and died for your right to stand and pledge allegiance. That's not the thing. They fought and died for your right to have a freedom of speech, freedom to kneel or stand, basically, freedom to do as you feel. So
Agreed. Yeah, it's definitely First Amendment right, First Amendment protected, and all that. But now that Trump has made it such a big deal, so many more people, so many more teams as
I'm
a
in a bed,
whole.
by the way. I'm just in a bed by myself.
I am not. Hold on. Let me
We
finish
should
this
bring some
layer.
beds
I'll go
over there. We have enough wool.
No, why? That defeats the purpose of having a home, man. I know
Okay.
you don't have a home and then sleep outside, do you?
You never camped in your yard?
No, of course
Well,
not.
not in
Why would I do
DC.
that?
You'd probably get stolen.
Yeah, I would probably get stolen in DC. Of course, I've camped in my yard though. But this weekend, since Trump had made it such a big deal over the week at the UN speech and everything, so many people and so many teams completely made sure that they either didn't show up even on the field until the anthem was over, or completely made it apparent that they weren't going to bow down and listen to Trump. The whole thing became a big fuck you to Trump, as opposed to. Now it's kind of like people are playing off of it as if it's a whole battle for the first. Oh my God, I am getting destroyed by skeletons. As if it's a whole battle for First Amendment rights is the whole reason for this, when really it was all started for a whole different purpose. So it's completely taken this left turn from what it was even started for. All is a big fuck you to Trump.
Why'd it have to be a left turn?
A right turn, left turn, whatever you want to say. Hey, oh God, what was that terminology they had that he made up with the at his one speech about the neo-Nazi stuff and the far right versus the far left, all that stuff. It was a far left turn.
Alt left, wasn't it? Wasn't that alt
Or
left?
alt left, that's it. Yeah, it was an alt left turn toward No, but does that mean, so now does it have more power for the message it was originally out there for? Less power? Is it even about racial injustice anymore?
See, I didn't know it was ever about racial injustice, I guess.
Yeah,
so I missed that whole thing.
The whole thing. I guess when you end up making a stand like was made, you don't even know what it was about in the first place, let alone. So what do you think it's about now?
Me? I mean, I always thought it was about. I honestly always thought the first guy hated Trump too.
Yeah, I mean he might have, but he wasn't. Trump wasn't in office.
Oh, was he not?
Last year the election.
Oh
happened
yeah,
last year.
yeah, right. That's like all these people
So
say.
He might have hated Trump, but I don't think it was.
No, yeah,
just
you got a
driving
point.
force.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Now that you say that, yeah, no, I guess I didn't think that. I didn't know why he. I just thought he hated the flag in America. I don't know. I didn't actually know. I didn't actually care enough, I guess.
And so that comes back to that whole stigma thing, where he might not have a job because of the stigma, because people, when it wasn't such a big deal or in the news, I can't say not a big deal, when it wasn't as in the news because it's, in the news now because of Trump and everything, in the news more because of Trump and his speech and what he said about, all the players should get fired if they do that and all that stuff. People who didn't know, don't watch football or whatever, they're going to be in the same boat as you are and be like, why does this guy hate the flag? And just decide that he has to protest it on TV. And that's what a lot of people's, thought was, this guy who makes millions of dollars in America, he's now protesting our flag. What an asshole. And I'm not saying that from, my personal opinion, but anybody who did not know the reasoning and rationale behind what he was doing, that's going to be their thought process.
Right.
And that's kind of a big fuck you to America, even though America is what made him who he is, when there really was a reasoning, a rationale behind what he was, what he was trying to do, whether it was rightly placed or not. That's not the argument I'm trying to make. So that's the thing, is you had no idea what it was even about until Trump brought it up, and you still don't actually know what it was about and assumed it was about First Amendment rights.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's lost its meaning.
It totally has.
And now I think more people are going to do it as a big fuck you to Trump.
I mean, but I might be an outlier too. I think that the majority of American citizens care about sports.
I would probably agree with that statement. But let me ask you this: what is the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge?
Well, I mean, are you asking me what ALS is?
No, but the Ice Bucket Challenge was so popular a few years ago. Even though it was called the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. Do you think most of those people who were doing it for the purpose of the ALS?
No, but they did raise a shit ton more money that year. Like
I
it,
think
it
was-
did
I
succeed
think
in
it was-
doing that, even though
I
most people had
agree.
no idea why they were doing what they were doing.
I agree that in that particular case, and maybe it's a bad example because it, quote unquote worked. And I think it did bring a lot of awareness for people who never even thought about ALS and stuff before. But
Well, yeah, I didn't actually know what Lou Gehrig's disease was prior to the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge.
But I believe that most people who did it and participated and made the videos and stuff, granted, it helped bring awareness. So maybe this whole thing, even though it's losing its meaning, will just bring awareness anyway for people who weren't currently aware, and it will still have a good purpose. But most people had no idea what ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, whatever. It's just this fun thing people are doing on the internet right now,
Right.
type of deal.
Yeah, no, it totally was. It worked real well though.
So now, now that's making me second guess and wonder. Even if it is a politically driven thing at this moment, the more and more people get engaged, maybe they will hear the backstory about it, and it will still have a huge impact on what it was originally for.
Nah.
Yeah, I tend to say no, but the ALS thing, kind of.
Yeah,
Oh my
I think
God,
that's
I saw
different
that.
though, because I think this thing is it wasn't like one thing that started out one way and shifted direction. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like let's do an ice bucket challenge and then someone added ALS on it, or you know what I mean?
It was just these random people doing ice bucket challenges.
Yeah, like
and then ALS came later. The ALS organization was like, you know what? Let's rebrand this ice
Right.
bucket thing.
I mean that's kind of what this is. It's a thing that existed and then it got rebranded by an idiot.
to First Amendment rights, which are important, but it wasn't what it was about.
Meanwhile, Puerto Rico
And
is like
I
underwater.
guarantee-
It's like
and I guarantee, before we get into Puerto Rico, that a bunch of people are going to be having negative comments to me in this video saying that I don't know anything about it and how it is all about First Amendment rights. And then there's probably even going to be somebody else who's going to come along and say, Jeff, you have no idea what you're talking about. Colin Kaepernick started it for blah, blah, blah reason, which is going to be none of the above that have been discussed.
I just want to make it clear that I don't know anything about anything.
Guude told me all about it.
that.
He was the mastermind behind it all. No, but yeah,
That's normally how
like
this
you said-
works.
Yeah, like you said, Puerto Rico was, and it was really funny because when I got to the fire station last night and we were Monday Night Football was about to come on, the only thing, one of the guys there, he just goes, I'm glad Donald Trump's been tweeting about the NFL protests all fucking day when we're about to go to war with North Korea and Puerto Rico's dying over there. And I was like, man, he was not a happy man with Donald Trump.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, Puerto Rico.
I don't know if that Donald Trump knows that Puerto Rico is part of the United
As
States.
bad off as it is. Oh, that's probably true.
I'm
He's
not
like,
even joking.
Why
I'm
do
not
we
con-
want to help? Why do we want to help these foreigners when we have our own needs in
Well,
America?
that's kind of what he was tweeting about. He was saying that they're in debt and all this. Like I don't know.
I didn't see the tweets directly, but I did see a news article where the main guy in Puerto Rico was like, "Why is he comparing our debt to the reason that we're not getting the help that we need?"
Right, that's what he
Crisis.
said.
I was like, "Wait, what?"
It was kind of like the whole failing New York Times. It was like failing Puerto Rico. This is what they get.
That'll teach that country not to manage their
Right.
finances.
The president of Puerto Rico should resign. That's basically what he was saying.
Oh my
God.
God! I just, for months during the modded Minecraft series, during the election and during the beginning of the presidency and all that, we constantly said, how it can't keep going like this. There can't be this much ridiculousness that Trump does all the time.
We were wrong.
It just hasn't stopped, and it's gotten crazier, crazier and crazier.
And it's what it's done to me. It's made me not care.
I think it's done that to a lot of Americans.
Yeah.
I think it's done that to a lot of humans.
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't think being American has to do with not caring about the shit that Trump does anymore. It's almost like people have come to this acceptance of, well, he's our president, so 4 years will be done soon enough.
Yeah. Let me know if something changes. There's nothing I can do. I'm just gonna play video games. Please, YouTube, stop getting rid of everyone's ads.
Oh, and the more and more tweets I read about from people about that, I'm definitely not alone.
No, you're not. You're not. You're definitely not.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, that one's really weird to me. I don't know what the hell YouTube's doing.
I haven't gotten it in a while, and I even purposely called the video that posted today, Nurse on Nurse, just to see if it would get caught by the filter. And it did not.
Oh, Nurse on Nurse.
So there goes, that goes out the window. That theory's gone, unless they've somehow added it into my channel.
Right, this man posts Nurse on Nurse videos, and it's perfectly fine.
If you ever see Nurse on Nurse from Jay Sano, don't flag it. It's fine. We've already had this battle with him.
Oh, God.
And you're still not getting affected by anything.
Don't talk about it.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not. I just don't. You're jinxing.
Oh, you don't want
to
to jinx. Okay. I was like, oh God, what have I missed?
No, no. No, I don't know what I would do. Like, I rely on the YouTube ad revenue.
I mean, you'd have to wait multiple days for them to.
You know, let's not talk about it.
It's somewhere we've already been. The people are like, God, Jeff, this again? Leave it alone. Talk more about controversial stuff I can yell at you about.
Yeah, this is why this is why the monetizers hate you.
It's possibly true. They're like, you know, he doesn't post that many videos and get that many views, but man, when he does, people are pissed off. He single-handedly is destroying our ad-friendly content.
Yeah. Everything was okay until this Jay Sano bloke.
Bloke. They turned British.
Yep.
YouTube's running Britain now. Well, is it? What's going on with that anyway? I guess I haven't been following it enough. Are they gonna try to vote to not Brexit?
Fuck if I know, man. We got enough problems. I ain't worried about Brexit.
Oh wow, this actually looks really good.
What you talking about? It's
The color scheme. The color scheme I did on this. Are you saying to go to bed? Did you bring the beds over here?
No, you just told me I wasn't allowed.
I was kidding. Do you really take anything I say seriously at this point?
Most of it.
You so many years, Guude, and you haven't learned a thing.
So this video is going out on the 10th, I believe.
And a lot could have happened by then with this.
Yeah, well, I'm bringing it up because of the marathon. If I'm right on the day, it's either 10th or the 12th. This video goes out. The the marathon about to happen.
Oh yeah, and don't hold it against the marathon if you don't agree with my points of view on controversial subjects. The kids, for the love of God, didn't do anything wrong. They still need your support.
Yeah, please don't blame the kids. Jeff didn't mean it.
don't blame the kids for my childish mistakes.
I keep running back and forth like a
yeah, I guess if this really does go out on the 10th, man, it is real freaking soon, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. So for anyone that doesn't know, annual marathon where we sell our souls for the children.
where we marathon it up.
October 13th for 48 hours. Starts October 13th for 48 hours. Extra Life Marathon where we raise a bunch of money for Extra Life. And you're going to be dancing again this year. Are you going to do the dog food challenge?
I missed the meeting. Does it exist?
If there's people, you know, if we do the dog,
it was so much worse than I ever thought something could be.
So here's the thing: if we put it, if you will do it again, I'll do it too.
That's pretty intense.
But I'm going to
is it-
buy organic dog food from the refrigerated section of like Whole Foods.
for everybody, right?
No, it'd be another dog food race thing.
No, but the organic.
Yeah.
dog food,
No,
it would not
We
be
would
like
all have
you
the
get-
same. No, yes. I get the posh dog food, and you get the dollar store. No, I would buy.
My dog eats filet mignon, so
Right.
I have made a filet mignon.
No, I mean it still would be dog food, so it's not going to be like fucking delicious, but it won't be the shit that I feel so bad about last year.
It was so terrible in
Yeah.
every way. But the problem is I mean, because I don't know the answer to this. Are we gonna have our champion?
Our champion. Oh,
was-
Milby?
Yeah.
No, Milby won't be there.
See, I mean, I almost think we.
You
have
know
to
why
retire
Milby's not
until he comes
coming?
back. No, I don't.
He's afraid of our president.
Oh my God. he really wanted to protest the.
Yeah, he put a knee down
wanted to
on the
exercise
marathon.
his First Amendment rights that he doesn't even really have as not as. I
He's
can't
like-
say he doesn't have them, but he's not a citizen.
He's like, I'm convinced y'all gonna be a war with North Korea or who knows what. And I won't be able to get back home.
So remember, I said, and I wish I had a response, but I will say I did not get a response. I did write to the president to see if he would come and make an appearance at our marathon.
Oh God, I wish he'd responded.
I wish he had too, because I really like it. Despite how much people hate him, no matter what it's gonna be, it would draw in people.
Oh, that'd be great for
to see it.
The charity.
Yeah, it'd be great. It'd be great for the kids, and that's all it would really be about at that point. Like your thoughts on President Trump, they don't matter at that point. It's a way to get interest to raise
I
more.
don't know.
money
Do you
for
think it
children.
helped the Boy Scouts?
Were they raising money at the jamboree?
Well, I
That's
think
like
they're
the-
always
that's-
raising money. I mean,
that's
they
like-
need money.
That's their own Boy Scout convention.
Yeah, I know, but I
do-
mean, in the long run, do you think it helped or hurt?
I would bet I bet there's some people out there who decided they were going to buy like the popcorn from the Boy Scouts because they felt bad for what they had to endure.
I guess that's possible. Yeah.
I believe that. Hey, these dark oak trees or the spruce trees, they plant in fours, right? Or is it not the spruces?
Yeah. Those are the ones you're cutting down right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are 4x4s.
Well,
there
okay,
can't
well,
be anything beside it though, like grass or anything. It won't grow.
I planted them into 4x4, and well, I planted some over here, and then I bone mealed them with like 23 bone meal. And
Well, let me see them.
Is it the fact that there's grass next to them?
Yeah.
They won't grow at all.
Get rid of that. Now they'll grow.
God damn! I used all my bone meal. Oh wait, I have more. I didn't realize that. That somehow a patch of grass.
It might even be. Yeah.
Yep, there it goes. Bam.
Yeah.
Renders a freaking tree unusable.
Yeah, it's pretty silly. It's because some of the ones grow with leaves on the ground.
And are you telling me that the leaves can't take over the patch of grass?
I mean, they should, but I guess that wasn't in the cards with the programming.
it wasn't part of their First Amendment rights.
God.
I don't know what a tree's First Amendment is. It might not be the same as American.
They
First
might not even have amendments.
That's true. That's true. But I don't know. We'll see about the dog food challenge. I don't know. How did it get brought back up when everybody who participated last time said how terrible it was? That they were never
It
doing
didn't. It didn't. I just brought it up just now.
Oh. But somehow you have it in your mind that you're actually going to participate.
No, I mean that's how I thought we could get it on the thing. Is I would do it too. I felt like if I was willing to do it, you might be willing to do it.
I mean, I might be. I would. God, it was so bad.
Yeah, I don't think it would be as bad if it was. I mean, it would still be bad, but honestly, I recently looked at the dog food at Whole Foods in the refrigerated section, and as bad as it looks, I feel like the bugs are worse. Have you ate the bugs?
I mean, I've eaten. I didn't never eat like something big. They always want to pay for somebody like you and Aurelian to do that stuff because you guys obviously have a physical, visceral reaction to it, whereas I probably wouldn't to the bugs.
I need to get like that so they don't want me to do it. Is what I need to do.
Or maybe it's just a front I put on.
Right? Yeah,
I
me too. I'm just
mean,
putting on a front, y'all. I really enjoy it. You got suckered.
yeah, you guys wasted all your money on Guude.
I really enjoy it.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
think those
eating
are
bugs right now.
like the things like those, that big ass cricket, that kind of grosses me out a little bit. And it's more just it's more just like a visual thing, because I don't even, didn't Pack Rat eat something like ridiculous and it was like, this actually doesn't taste like anything.
Yeah.
Like one of those really big ones.
Well, that's
And
the
I
thing,
think,
honestly, about some of the like the crickets. They
I
don't
will-
really have much of a flavor. It's kind of like, I don't know, like a stale flavor.
I will tell you, the dog food is not like that. The dog food has a terrible, terrible flavor that was like my body refused to let me swallow. It like I couldn't physically do it.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious immediately once you guys started that was not going to work. Like you guys all were like,
Yeah,
and
I thought it
trying.
was just me, and I believe it was Milby who said in the middle of the challenge, he was just like, "My body will not let me eat this." As he's like has a huge mouthful, he's chomping on it, and I was like, "Holy shit, that I'm not alone like right now."
Yeah, no. But I do think that I think honestly the dog food, like I said at Whole Foods, I think it might not even be not even be as exciting because it's like it looks like just
We'll be like,
some bad
can I have
roast beef.
Can I have seconds, please?
All right, super hungry.
Later, we'll be like, man, I don't have too much time to eat between segments. Oh, there's extra dog food. If it gets pulled into sliced,
Oh God.
can you imagine? Slice it up, put it on the pan.
Then no one eats it, right? Like you're just automatically disqualified.
I mean, maybe they don't know what it was. There, well, blind taste tests are getting something. I need.
That's
So
the
it-
problem. Like in Cutthroat Kitchen, the judge isn't there to see what's being cooked. So
Correct. So they have no idea what's being cooked. That's why a lot of those cooking shows, I think, really should be done with a blind taste test, because there's a lot of favoritism that ends up getting put into place.
Right.
But
It was
I
like
think-
it's like I saw the technique that he put into this, and I didn't care for that, and so therefore I'm
Right.
gonna
Right.
yeah.
Or even the shows that have like long-standing people that are fighting to be like the last one standing or whatever. The judges, when it's the same judges for them, they get, they start being like, well, your dish this time wasn't, that great. It was actually pretty bad, but your last one was so good. We're gonna kind of
Yeah.
like let you slide. So it's like, what was the point? Like somebody else obviously beat them in this challenge, but you're gonna keep them here because you like their previous dish.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you have certain people you just hate in those shows?
Yes. Always.
Is it Alex Bordichelli one of those?
Oh, you don't like Alex Gornishelli?
I hate that woman.
I kind of like Alex Gornishelli. She's she definitely, one thing I do notice is she lets women slide by with a lot more than men.
I haven't noticed that, but I believe you.
I definitely have. Of course, my wife doesn't think so, but she thinks all the male chefs like let the men slide by more than the women. So it's kind of funny because maybe we're both biased in our own way,
Right.
And see that it is kind of interesting. But yeah, there's some of them that I absolutely hate because of just like I really like Lafasa. The heck is her name?
Mufasa?
Mufasa, the Lion King guy. I like him. No, the female judge who did a lot of the not chopped. Cutthroat Kitchen. What the
Mufasa?
it is like Mufasa. I can't remember her name on top of my head, but Antonia Lafasa, is that it?
That sounds familiar, actually.
Either way, but I really like her. I think she's like kind of even keel, really offers like really good advice a lot of the time. And then sometimes you just get I can't think of anybody off the top of my head though who I very much. Oh, the guy who used to do the real dick who used to do Master Chef.
Oh, really? You don't like him? Snooty
I
face
did
man.
The what face man?
I said snooty faced man.
Yes, that's who I'm talking about. I honestly liked him a lot better than I liked the female co-host that they have now, the Baker.
I haven't watched Smash.
I don't know if you watched this season.
No.
Chris, I don't remember what her name is either, but I don't like her. I don't even think her feedback is ever like valuable. And they always put it on, and I think part of it's the editing. They put it on to make it look like they're just like these big freaking dicks to people, and they might not really be. This might be the way that they edit, the way that they say things, or
Right.
whatever.
You know the house.
I can be.
Well, we got to end it here anyway, so we'll sleep and we'll come back, and it'll be another day, and it'll be less controversial. Maybe.
We'll see. We'll see about that. All right, guys. See you next time. See you at the marathon. Come on.
Marathon.
What is